Actually here I put another word for exam. But for those who do not want to take exam, it's okay. It's up to, actually examination is the option. If you want to take exam, okay. If you don't want, it's okay. Right? Okay. The reason why we are taking exam, and then this is my point of view. This is my point of view. So the purpose of taking religious examination, not a normal examination, religious examination, is to make use of it as a tool to study teachings of the Buddha regularly and seriously. That should be the purpose. That should be the purpose. So normally you take other exam for your job because you want promotion or you want to get more salary, right? That you may have a different purpose. But here, taking religious exam is not for your job, not for making money, even not to be proud of, having, passed those exams. So you take pride, for passing those religious examinations. It's not a purpose. The purpose is to learn teachings of the Buddha regularly and seriously. Not only that, you put into practice. That should be, the purpose of taking exam. I know that many of you are afraid of taking exam. Taking exam. And then no need to afraid of taking exam because it is a tool, to measure to measure your understanding. How do you understand about the Dhamma that you have learned? So that should be the purpose of taking religious examination. Some people have a stress and worry because of their examination. If you have a stress and worry for exam, then you lost your purpose, right? So therefore, actually, normally we will have a examination around December, around Christmas. For those who want to take exam, then you can do so. So you can study regularly and seriously on a regular basis so that then you can learn more about Abhidhamma. So we have a Abhidhamma and Visuddhimagga examination. So this examination is conducted by the Ministry of Religious Affairs in Myanmar. It will be held here in Singapore around Christmas time, December 22 and 27. Certificate will be given to those who pass any level in this examination. So we have a 3 level of Abhidhamma exam. So we have a ordinary level and honorary level. So we have a 3 level, level 1. So the first 3 chapters of Manual Abhidhamma, this book. Maybe after 4 weeks or maybe 1 month, we will give you this book. Right now, we will not give you because I think some of you may come for window shopping. Dhamma window shopping. You just came here for a while, then you go away. So then we lost, our books. So after 1 month, but we already sent soft copy in the chapel, right? For the time being, you can read that one. You can use it. So after 1 month, we will give you hard copy. So here, in the first level, so 3 chapters of Manual of Abhidhamma, and second level, second 3 chapters, and then third level, the last 3 chapters. So we have 3 level of examination. So this year, we will finish only level 1, only 3 level. Of course, we can trying to teach all the level, all the 9 level. It's very quick, very quick. Then I think you may not have a proper understanding. So therefore, I take time to learn, to teach Abhidhamma. Even though we are talking about Abhidhamma, we learn many suttas as well. So here the Baba is not just for examination, not just for, intellectual understanding. Learning the Dhamma and practicing the Dhamma in our daily life, So that is the purpose. So therefore, we take time to learn Abhidhamma. Many teachers, they finish very quick. They finish very quick. For me, I take time because you must have a proper understanding. If you learn 1 chapter, so you must have a proper understanding about 1 chapter. Even 1 chapter, learning 1 chapter will be very helpful, in your daily activities, daily life. So therefore, trying to challenge yourself to finish 1 chapter. After 1 chapter, then you decide whether you want to continue, or you don't want to continue, At least 1 chapter. Okay, so we will finish level 1 this year, and second year, level 2, third year, level 3. Go like that, right? Go like that. Then we also have Abhidhamma exam for ordinary level. So the prescribed test is a Abhidhamma Vibhavanittika. It is a set commentary of Manual of Abhidhamma, set commentary of this book. Actually, this one is a commentary of Abhidhamma, the commentary of Abhidhamma. So we have a 7 Abhidhamma texts. So this small book trying to summarize all the teaching from those 7 texts. So therefore, it is summary of Abhidhamma. So therefore, we call it commentary. So this one, Abhidhamma Vibhavanittika is set commentary of Abhidhamma. In other words, another commentary of this book. So in this book, you will find scientific point and scientific facts. So Abhidhamma Vibhavanittika will clarify, will give more explanation about Abhidhamma Sangha. So in ordinary level, you will have to learn more about it. Further explanation about Abhidhamma Sangha. So here also we have a 3 level. So further explanation of the first level of Abhidhamma Sangha, the first chapter, explanation of the first chapter, the first 3 chapters. And second level is another 3 chapters of explanation of Abhidhamma Sangha, and the last 3 chapters of, Abhidhamma Sangha. And we also have Visuddhimagga, the path of purification. The path of purification. Visuddhimagga is a summary of teachings of the Buddha. 7 years ago, one of the gentlemen came to our temple. So by that time, I was sitting downstairs. And he told me that In Christianity, they have a Bible, only one book. In Islam, they have Quran, one book. But Buddhism, you have a lot of books. Is there any book that summarize all the teachings of the Buddha? Then after hearing his question, I also surprised. Of course, we have a lot of books. In Pali Canon, we have a 40 book. 40 book, very book. I want to say many pages. Then right away, Visuddhimagga appeared in my mind. I told him, Visuddhimagga. So Visuddhimagga is summary of teachings of the Buddha. So therefore, and also Visuddhimagga is important for the practice, meditation practice, or meditation technique. So therefore, most of the meditation masters, I think all the meditation masters, I think, so they use Visuddhimagga as a manual of meditation. So therefore, Visuddhimagga also, if you want to take, and it also 3 levels, chapter 1 to chapter 7, level 1, level 2, chapter 8 to chapter 16, level 2, then level 3, chapter 70 to 23, chapter 23. So this is another examination. So if you are taking one level each year, it will take 9 years. It will take 9 years. But some people take 3 levels with the 1 year 3 levels. So that means if you are taking 3 levels in 1 year, it will take 3 years. It's up to you. I mean, if you are interested in taking exam, so you need to prepare. So this course will prepare for you. If you don't want to take exam, stay okay, just enjoy, and no need to have any stress and worry, right? Okay. Okay, before we talk about Abhidhamma, I want to introduce a little bit about Pali Canon. We call it Tipitaka. Pali Canon is divided into 3 categories. So the first one is called Vinaya Pitaka, the collection of disciplinary rules. Vinaya Pitaka. Here Pitaka means basket. So we have 3 baskets. All the teachings, all the rules and regulations laid down by the Buddha are put into Vinaya Pitaka, Vinaya basket. As a monk, we have 227 major rules. And we also have a lot of minor rules. About nearly 92 billion rules according to Visuddhimagga. 92 billions, billion rules according to Visuddhimagga. So all the rules and regulations for monks and nuns laid down by the Buddha are put into Vinaya Pitaka, Vinaya basket. Second one is Sutta Pitaka, the collection of discourses or teachings. This one is not only teachings of the Buddha, but also teachings of disciples, and as well as bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. All the teachings or discourses are put into Sutta Pitaka basket. So actually, Sutta Pitaka is the most important Pitaka according to my understanding. Then the last one is Abhidhamma Pitaka. Abhidhamma Pitaka. So we are learning Abhidhamma from this Pitaka. Abhidhamma Pitaka. The collection of philosophical, psychological, and ethical teachings. Abhidhamma, actually, Sayadaw U Sithila is one of the Abhidhamma scholars from Myanmar. He translated second Abhidhamma text, Vibhanga. So he interpret Abhidhamma Pitaka in this way. Abhidhamma is philosophy, Buddhist philosophy. You will find Buddhist philosophy, especially Buddhist psychology, as well as ethic. So three things. Actually, I like what the Bhikkhu Bodhi say about Abhidhamma. Bhikkhu Bodhi actually is a well-known Pali scholar. I think many of you know him, right? Bhikkhu Bodhi. He is nowadays the most reliable translator of Pali Canon. He translated so many Pali texts. So he is the most reliable person I will see that. Then he have studied Abhidhamma, Sutta, and Vinaya. This is what he talk about Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is an early Buddhist philosophy of the mind. Very beautiful. I think if you learn this one, more than enough. Earlier one very complicated, right? Very complicated. What is Abhidhamma? Abhidhamma is Buddhist philosophy of the mind. So therefore, in this class, you have to learn about your mind and also the mind of other people, right? If you learn Abhidhamma properly, you will understand Buddhist philosophy of the mind. Not only that, Abhidhamma will talk about relationship. Abhidhamma will talk about the mind and its relationship with the body. So we have, as you all know, that the body and mind connect each other. So Abhidhamma will explain a relationship between mind and body, right? Mind and body. If you find it difficult to remember earlier one, just remember this one, right? An early Buddhist philosophy of the mind. So we have a three-dimension of Abhidhamma. It's a Bhikkhu Bodhi explanation, same thing. Bhikkhu Bodhi write in this book, an introduction book, introduction part, philosophy, psychology, and ethics, all integrated into the framework called a program for liberation. Liberation. Very meaningful. Earlier we talked about, we quote what Sayadaw U Sithila said that, right? He said that philosophy, psychology, and ethics. These are three dimensions in Abhidhamma. So all these three dimensions integrated into the framework called a program for liberation. Philosophy for liberation, psychology for liberation, ethics for liberation. Liberation, what is liberation? Liberation from suffering. We have a lot of suffering in our life, right? We will have a physical suffering, mental suffering. For physical suffering, okay for you because you go to the doctor and see that, trying to see the doctor and you take a medicine. If needed, you do operation, right? Physical well-being, okay. Now, especially mental well-being, right? Mental well-being. Normally in your schools, in your work, so they will not teach you mental well-being. or liberation from mental suffering. So the religions, not only Buddhism, but also other religions also, they will provide you mental well-being, right? You go to any religious institutions, whether a Buddhist temple, church, or mosques, anywhere. They will provide you mental well-being, right? So here, when we talk about liberation, liberation is liberation from mental suffering. So Abhidhamma is philosophy, psychology, and ethics. That will provide you to have a liberation from suffering, right? Suffering. Liberation is another word for Nibbana. Synonym of Nibbana. Liberation in English is called vimoti. Liberation from suffering or mental suffering. So therefore, we have to use Abhidhamma to liberate from mental suffering, right? Whatever you learn, you trying to put into practice. Then you are mental suffering, like stress, worry, fear, and all these negative mental states will be getting lesser and lesser. Some people have conceit after learning Abhidhamma. After getting some degree, religious degree, oh, I passed Visuddhimagga. Actually here, conceit is a kind of negative mental state. Negative mental state. You proud of being, having a religious degree. So actually it's a defilement, negative mental state according to Buddhism. So that means your mind is not liberated from negative mental state. So the purpose of learning Buddhist teaching is to get liberation, right? To get liberation. Liberation from mental problem. Physical problem, you can manage yourself, right? You can manage because if you have a physical problem, go to doctor, they will tell you what to do. Very easy, right? But mental well-being, so you are coming for that, I believe that. Same thing, Bhikkhu Bodhi, in his lesson, he said that Abhidhamma is an early Buddhist philosophy of the mind. Okay, up to here, any question and or if you have a further additional discussion about what I have taught, or even you don't agree with me, okay? Any question? Okay.
When you mention the 3 levels, is from one book that you refer to, or there's different books?
Oh yeah, we have another different book. So this one is the ordinary level, normal level, basic level.
The ordinary level is like three levels.
Yeah, same thing, yeah.
Okay.
Further explanation.
Visuddhimagga?
Yeah, Visuddhimagga is another examination.
But another book lah.
Another book, yeah, another book. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Any question? Okay, no question. Let's continue. Abhidhamma, we have a 7 Abhidhamma texts. 7 Abhidhamma texts. This is the original text, So this one is not the original one. This is we call it commentary. Commentary means normally commentary trying to elaborate. But this one is not elaboration, trying to summarize. In Abhidhamma, we have trade books. So this book, actually this one is bigger. Actually the original Pali one is very small. The thickness is this one, 10, right? How you call it? Huh? The less finger, right? Less finger. The thickness of the original Pali text is this one, only this side. So therefore, we call it less finger commentary. So very small. This one is a double side, I think, right? Double side. So what I want to explain is now 7 Abhidhamma texts are the original one, right? Original Pali text. So the first one is, we call it Dhamma Singani. It is a summary of the Dhamma. It means the original summary of the Dhamma. So all the Dhamma that the following Abhidhamma text will be explained are mentioned. In other words, we can call it as the contents of the last book, other book. So CAF Reed Davis, Pali scholar from England, she translated this book as a Buddhist psychological ethic. She used the word 2 times. Psychology is about mind, right? It's about mind. Ethic. Maybe different from wisdom psychology. So combined with the ethic. So we also have another translation, Enumeration of Ultimate Realities, from Uchokai from Myanmar. So that means the first Abhidhamma text will explain important teaching as it contains. We have 3 types of feeling: pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and neutral feeling, like that. And we have 3 types of Dhamma: Kusala Dhamma, wholesome Dhamma, unwholesome Dhamma, neither wholesome nor unwholesome, like that. So all these teachings are mentioned in summary. It's called Dhamma Singani. So in this text, then following one, we're trying to analyze all these dhammas, Dhamma. We call it Vibhanga. Vibhanga means analysis. So teachings of the Buddhas are analyzed by using different topics, like 4 Noble Truths, like 5 aggregate. So all these are analyzed. What is dukkha satcha, the truth of suffering? What is the original suffering, like that? So it will analyze. What is 5 aggregate? So Vibhanga text we're trying to analyze by using Abhidhamma method as well as a Sutta method. So it is translated as the book of analysis by Usitila. It's one of the Abhidhamma scholar from Myanmar. Another one is Dhatu-kata, Discourses on Element, translated by Unadara from Myanmar. So nowadays we have, in science, we have a lot of elements, right? So they have a lot of elements. They study a lot of elements. So according to Abhidhamma, we have 80 element. So the purpose of teaching the Dhamma for the Buddha teach the Dhamma, the reason is for liberation. Liberation from mental sufferings, as well as the physical suffering. The purpose of learning elements in science they may have a lot of purpose, right? A lot of purpose. Mostly their purpose is to help people, you know, to solve their problem, especially physical problem. But here in Buddhist teaching, we will have 80 element. So if you know 80 element, it is more than enough to solve your mental problem. So therefore, the purpose is different. Another one is Pogala Panyati, designation of human type. In other words, it is a description of individuals, translated by B.C. Law. B.C. Law is a Pali scholar from England. In that text, you will have to learn who is the Buddha. Definition, definition. Who is Sotapanna, like that. Of course, you can learn in Sutta Pitaka as well. Definition of Sotapanna, definition of Buddhojana, definition of the Buddha, like that. Definition of Arahant. All these answers can be found in Sutta Pitaka as well. But in Sutta Pitaka, many definitions. When you go one place, you will find another definition, another place, another definition. Abhidhamma trying to systematize Abhidhamma will provide one definition. So therefore, those who want to know definition of all these one, go to Abhidhamma and trying to quote, So therefore, second Abhidhamma text, Vibhanga, is often quoted by Burmese scholar because definition of certain things are precisely mentioned there. Suppose when you want to know about avijja is Pali word, ignorance. Avijja is important terms for the Buddhist students because they need to know what is avijja, ignorance. Of course, in the Sutta also, definition of avijja can be formed. But in Abhidhamma, I think more precise. So therefore, Abhidhamma trying to systematize, trying to define teachings of the Buddha. Here also, Pogala Panyati. So it talk about individuals. It talk about who is like that, who is a Arahant, like that. So you will know the definition of Arahant and his qualities, like that. Another one is Katavatu. Points of controversy. Translated by U Shwe Ao from Myanmar and CAF Reed David from England. So they translated together. Katavatu, points of controversy. In Buddhism, we have a lot of some controversial issues. So in this text, many of those issues are explained and clarified by quoting what the Buddha taught. One other thing is that one Buddhist school have an idea that is teaching that you can share physical things to your departed one. Nowadays, Chinese, you believe, right? You believe that you can feed to your departed relatives. So therefore, you prepare a lot of food, fruit, Just like that, so one school in early time, especially in 3rd century BC, so they have the same idea. So you can share physical things to your departed one. Suppose your father passes away. By preparing food, you can invite your departed one and let them eat. According to Theravada Buddhist teaching, according to Theravada, not Mahayana, no? Here, I'm talking Theravada. According to Theravada tradition, you cannot share physical things to your departed ones. You cannot give clothing to your departed one directly. You cannot feed to your departed relatives directly. So what you have to do is, you have to give to somebody, either monks or lay people, even to animals. You can feed, you can give the food, and you get the good deed. Then you share that good deed to your departed one. So that means, according to Theravada Buddhism, we have a one sutta called Tirakota Sutta. So by quoting one verse from that text, so the Buddhist school trying to interpret, we can give physical things to the departed one. We can feed, we can give a clothing like that. Similar to Chinese tradition, right? Chinese tradition. So according to Theravada, so we cannot share, we cannot give physical thing to the departed one. So first of all, we have to do good deed. Then we share and we dedicate to our departed one. That is according to Theravada. So in this text, also mentioned that. So solve the problem. So there is a point of controversy by that time. Especially this text, Kathavadu, is composed at the time of King Asoka, 3rd century BC. About 300 years after Buddha passes away. So that means Kathavadu is not taught by the Buddha. Very clear. Yeah? This one is very clear. And also, there are many issues like Arahant still have doubt, like that Vicikiccha in Pali, Vicikiccha. So according to Buddhist teaching, Arahant no longer have a doubt, Vicikiccha. So all these controversial issues are taken and explained in this text, Kathavadu. Points of controversy. Another one is Yamaka, the book on pairs. Question and answer is a pair, right? Question and answer. And how to say, Anuloma, Patiloma. Anuloma means something similar to agreement. Patiloma means something similar to disagreement, like that. Pair, one pair, right? So trying to study the mind and the body by using two methods. Question and answer. Somebody will question and giving the answer. Somebody will give the answer, like that. So in this text, we also can learn 31 planes of existence. And also as a human being, how many existence you can have in your next life. As a animal, as a dog, how many existences, how many planes he can be born in next life. According to Abhidhamma, animal cannot be born as a Brahma. No. He can be born as a human being. He can be born as a deva in the 6 heavenly realms. He can be born as in a four planes like that. So in this text, all these are mentioned in details. Mentions in details. Translated by Unadara and Ukumara Bibansa. So the last one, Ukumara Bibansa, is currently he's a chief monk in Myanmar, chairman of the Sangha Council in Myanmar right now. Yamaka. Another one is Patthana, conditional relations. Patthana. So this is the most difficult text in Abhidhamma. It talks about causality. Because of this, that happened. Because of this, that happened, like that. After you learn something, then you have a conceit like that. Sometimes even because of the panya, we may have a conceit, mana, like that. So because of this, that happened. After seeing something, then you may have a group of mind will arise. So here, the I and then that you see the reason, the cause. Then because of that, the mental process will arise. So all these mental process is the effect. You have I and something to see or somebody to see. Because of that, you have a mind process. So your I and something you see is the cause. Because of that, the mind process, different mind will arise in your mind process. So in Patthana will explain in such a way, very complicated. It has the five books. Yeah, and so many pages. One of the students asked me when I'm teaching Patthana. Actually, Patthana we have to learn in this course. In the 8th chapter, we have to learn Patthana. So when we are talking about Patthana, it's very complicated, difficult to understand. I'm trying my very best to explain. And she asked me, is it necessary to learn Patthana? I'm too high, it's up to you. If you don't want, okay, no need to learn. This is a very intricate and subtle explanation. But when you know Patthana, you know cause and effect. Because of this, that happened. So, not easy to understand, but if you understand that, it will help you to have a clear understanding between, especially connection between mind and body. Not only mind and body, the environment, right? As I earlier said that, I, something to see or somebody to see. Here, mind process will arise. Sometimes jealousy will arise. Sometimes compassion will arise, right? All these mental state because of the I and something you see. So that is the relationship between mind and body, right? Mind and body, and especially mind and physical phenomena. So this is a Patthana, conditional relations. So there are 4,941 pages in Patthana Pitaka. It printed with 12 books. So this is a 7 Abhidhamma text. So Abhidhamma Sangha that we are going to learn is a summary of these 7 Abhidhamma texts. But when we closely analyze the contents in this book, not just from 7 Abhidhamma texts, many of them are from Sutta Pitaka. and some of them are from Visuddhimagga. So therefore, some scholars say that Abhidhamma Sangha, manual Abhidhamma is manual teachings of the Buddha. Even we can say that. After you learn this one properly, then you will understand what is teachings of the Buddha. Of course, especially about the mind, no? About the mind. Okay, any question up to now? Okay.
Good afternoon, Bhante.
Yeah.
Can Bhante share what is the benefit to learn the Patana?
Oh, okay. Benefit of learning Patana. Actually, it is a, as I earlier said, that it talk about causality. Because of this, that happened, right? Because of this happened. So by learning Patana, you will understand relationship between mind and mind, between mind and body, between body and mind, like that. Relationship, causality, cause and effect. Yeah.
I get to know that a person who not even know the Patana, only listen the chanting, will get the benefit. Is it the truth?
You're right, yeah. Some people, many people use Patana, 5 Patana texts for chanting. In Myanmar, we have a 5-day non-stop chanting. Actually, we take time, we take on the time to recite Patana for 5 days. People believe that by chanting, by listening, they will have a lot of benefit. Actually, here is not chanting. I was going to say not just chanting Patana. If you are chanting and sutta also, as we do here, next month we have a whole night chanting, and we will use some of the big suttas for chanting. Right? Even using the suttas, you will have some benefit. Right? Some benefit. Good benefit. So therefore, you can use Patana for the text for chanting text. And also you can use other sutta as well. You will get the result of those chanting. Yeah.
I can't find very much of the info of the Patana, especially the Dhamma talk and so on. Is it because of the complicated of the Patana?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Okay, you're right. Because it's so complicated that many people do not understand. Even for me, very difficult. When I learned the original Patana text with my teacher, and very interesting, when we are learning in details, then teacher is explaining, trying to digest, trying to analyze. Then I get lost, follow a teaching from my teacher. So very interesting. But right now, what we have to learn is just a summary of the original text. So what I mean is, if you do not understand Patana very well, stay okay, doesn't matter. Especially, I think the most important chapter in out of nine chapter here, the first and second one. So the reason is, if you know the first and second, especially second chapter, you will know about your mind. Especially second chapter of the first part, especially talk about our mind. Jealousy, what is jealousy? Worry. Everybody have a worry, right? You worry about your children, you worry about your job, you worry about your death, right? What is the worry like that? Second chapter will explain. Even you miss the first chapter, trying to come in the second chapter. So it talk about especially our emotion. What is anger like that, right? What is anger? So anger is very, I want to say, day-to-day, enemy that we are fighting in our life, right? So when we are learning second chapter, you will know it, right? You will know it. I mean, patana, very difficult, but trying to understand. Okay. Then want to talk about the authorship of Abhidhamma text. Who wrote 7 Abhidhamma texts? As I earlier said that the 5th Abhidhamma text, Katavatu, Points of Controversy, is written by Venerable Mangala Buddha Tessa Mahathera. Very long, Venerable Mangala Buddha Tessa Mahathera. At the time of King Ashoka, 3rd century BC. So by that time, a lot of controversy arose, wrong interpretation of teachings of the Buddha. So therefore, he went to clarify all these wrong views by quoting teachings of the Buddha. So that means 7 Abhidhamma texts, Kathavatu is clearly it's not taught by the Buddha, but the author used teachings of the Buddha, right? Teachings of the Buddha. The authorship of Abhidhamma Pitaka has been a popular topic for discussion among the scholars throughout the ages, not just right now. Even right now, we are still discussing, who wrote Abhidhamma? Is Abhidhamma teachings of the Buddha, like that? So it has been a popular topic even today. Most of the modern scholars generally accept that Abhidhamma texts are the gradual process of evolution. Abhidhamma text does not come directly from the Buddha. It gradually developed. You can see the 5th Abhidhamma text, right? Written at the time of King Ashoka, 3rd century BC. So therefore, most of the scholars, especially in academic field, they believe that Abhidhamma texts are the gradual process of evolution. Attasalini, the commentary of the first Abhidhamma text, itself mentioned that some monks didn't accept Abhidhamma as teachings of the Buddha. Abhidhamma commentary itself mentioned that. So by that time, the time they write commentary, actually that commentary is written 5th century AD. 1,500 years after the Buddha passes away. You can imagine, very long, right? Time frame is very long. Even by that time, maybe earlier than that, the monks, they do not accept Abhidhamma as teachings of the Buddha. But Theravada tradition accepts that Abhidhamma is the word of the Buddha. Abhidhamma is teachings of the Buddha. Theravada tradition accept that Abhidhamma is the word of the Buddha. We are talking about in general. Generally, Theravada accept that Abhidhamma is teachings of the Buddha. So therefore, Venerable Buddha Kosa, the author or translator of commentaries. So the Venerable Buddha Kosa appeared 5th century AD. You know, he wrote and translated all commentaries into the new one in Pali. So to advocate the teachings of Abhidhamma is teaching of the Buddha, Venerable Buddha Kosa stated that there are 3 versions of Abhidhamma Pitaka. 3 versions. I think it's very important to know. We have 3 versions of Abhidhamma Pitaka. So the first one, according to commentary, the Buddha delivered Abhidhamma to deities from towering the heaven. Towering the heaven. According to commentary, after Buddha attained enlightenment, 7 years after Buddha attained enlightenment, the Buddha go to Tawarinsa and teach Abhidhamma to the devas. Among them, his former mother, Mahamaya. Former mother is in the Orients. So to pay gratitude to his mother, he go to heaven and towering the heaven, he taught Abhidhamma. He taught Abhidhamma 3 months, non-stop. 3 months, you know, you see 3 months, very long period. If the Buddha is teaching the Dhamma 3 months, will you be able to sit down? No, you cannot sit down, right? So therefore, 3 months in towering the heaven is just about a few minutes for them. So therefore, the Buddha go there and preach Abhidhamma. So you see that 3 months, very long, right? So therefore, so that Abhidhamma is called Ativaitara, the most comprehensive Abhidhamma. The most comprehensive Abhidhamma. So the Buddha is human being, right? Human being. His body is composed of human physical phenomena. So therefore, the lunchtime, he feel hungry. So therefore, he need to eat. Lunchtime, he came down to human realm, creating another image, similar to his body. Then he tear the image to continue teaching of the Abhidhamma, teachings of the Abhidhamma. We call it nimitta kaya, creation of another body. So that body, that image, or it continue to teach Abhidhamma. But actually Buddha came down to human realm. And he take a shower, then Venerable Sariputta approach and offer the food to the Buddha. No, the Buddha went down in one of the forests called Anotata, one of the forests, and near the great lake. So the Buddha came down there. Venerable Sariputta go there and offer the food. After eating the food, and the Buddha will explain what he had taught in the heaven. Abhidhamma, the same contents taught in the heavenly realm. Summarizing, of course, it's summary of what he have taught in the heaven. So therefore, it is just a table of contents of Abhidhamma that he have taught in the heaven. So therefore, that version is called Atisankhepa, the concise Abhidhamma. It's very summary of Abhidhamma, what he have taught in the heaven. This is the concise Abhidhamma. So Venerable Sariputta is very intelligent. So therefore, when the Buddha taught in summary, he understands right away. Right? So therefore, the Buddha doesn't need to explain in details. Just develop contents, what he have taught in the heaven. So that Abhidhamma is called Atit Sankhepa, the concise Abhidhamma. Later time, Venerable Sariputta explained that concise Abhidhamma to his pupils. But this time, he was trying to elaborate a little bit more. He was trying to elaborate using various methods. Because his pupils are not intelligent like him. So therefore, he needs to make a little bit more elaboration, more explanation, using various methods. So that Abhidhamma is called the median side Abhidhamma. Nati Vaitara, Nati Sankhepa. Median side Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma taught in the heaven is the most comprehensive Abhidhamma, very wide. Abhidhamma taught to Venerable Sariputta is a concise one, summary, just a summary. But Venerable Sariputta taught Abhidhamma to his pupils. But he need to elaborate a little bit further. So that Abhidhamma is called the median side Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma Pitaka that we have today, 7 Abhidhamma texts, according to tradition, is Abhidhamma, median side Abhidhamma taught by Venerable Sariputta, not taught by the Buddha, right? That's very important. This concept is very important. So Venerable Buddha Kosa explained 3 versions of Abhidhamma. Some people say that Abhidhamma is not teachings of the Buddha. Yeah, right. What we have today is not taught by the Buddha, right? Taught by Venerable Sariputta. They are not wrong. They are not wrong, right? So therefore, 3 versions of Abhidhamma Pitaka story is very beautiful, right? You can believe that Abhidhamma is teachings of the Buddha because Abhidhamma comes from the Buddha, right? The Buddha taught Abhidhamma to Venerable Sariputta. Sariputta just teach to his pupil. So Abhidhamma came down from the Buddha, right? Came down from the Buddha. So you can believe anything that you wish, right? Teachings of the Buddha or not teachings of the Buddha is all right, if you see the 3 versions of Abhidhamma. So therefore, the authorship of Abhidhamma Pitaka is a controversial issue even today. If you want to know the original Abhidhamma Pitaka, then you can read 3 books. Comprehensive Meaning of Abhidhamma, this book, page number 9. And Handbook called Abhidhamma Pitaka, Handbook called Abhidhamma Studies, this one. So we have a 3 volume taught by Venerable Usilananda. Those who attend this class for 1 month, we will give this book free. 1 month. You need to attend 1 month. If you attend this class 2 months, we'll give you this one free. Because we cannot give you right away, because normally people disappear, We know that we have been learning, we have been teaching many years. So at the beginning, many people. Later, slowly, only a few people left. That is quite natural. Another one is the exposita. So actually, Exposita is commentary of the first Abhidhamma text. So the story of 3 versions of Abhidhamma come from this one, from this Exposita. Atasalini. So if you want to know a little bit further, you can go to the Exposita, page number 80. Page number 80. Okay, any question about the authorship of Abhidhamma? Or whether you agree or you don't agree? No question, right? No question, okay. No discussion. Maybe it should go. The word Abhidhamma. Actually, this is important. Important. That's my understanding. That's my understanding. This one also my belief. My belief. The word Abhidhamma always occurs in the Sutta Pitaka in the context of a talk about the Dhamma. A talk or a discussion about the Dhamma that the monks are holding among themselves. At the time of the Buddha, before the Buddha came, the monks, they are talking about the Dhamma. They may be talking about 4 Noble Truths. They may be talking about 5 aggregate. They may be talking about morality or sila. They are talking about the Dhamma. Before I came down, you are talking about the Dhamma. That's Abhidhamma. That's Abhidhamma. So, when we learn the word Abhidhamma in the suttas, the word Abhidhamma indicate about the Dhamma. About the Dhamma. Another word is further explanation about the Dhamma. So therefore, Abhidhamma, Dhamma is Dhamma, that Dhamma is simply teachings of the Buddha. Dhamma is teachings of the Buddha. About. When we use the word about, that means we're trying to clarify about the Dhamma, right? About the Dhamma. Abhidhamma katha. Katha is a talk or discussion. The Dhamma is Dhamma. Abhimi, about. Abhidhamma means pertaining to the Dhamma. Pertaining to the Dhamma. About the Dhamma. Or something connected with the Dhamma. So let's look at what the Bhikkhu Bodhi say. Bhikkhu Bodhi is a reliable scholar. He said that in his Dhamma lesson, 2030. So actually he have a Abhidhamma retreat. People gather one place, they eat there, they sleep there, they learn about Abhidhamma, about 4 or 3 or 4 lessons a day, like a retreat. So I think I have given the link. I think you just click on it. So you will have to learn. So in his Dhamma lessons, Abhidhamma lesson, he talk about Abhidhamma, the word Abhidhamma. He said that Abhidhamma, 2 words together. Abhi means referring to or about. Dhamma means Dhamma. In other words, Dhamma means the discourses that you can find in the Sutta Pitaka. So we have three Pitaka, right? 3 collections. So the Dhamma means the discourses that we find in the Sutta Pitaka. Abhidhamma means referring to Dhamma, simply about the Dhamma. When the monks are conversing about the Dhamma, it is called Abhidhamma talk, Abhidhamma talk, Abhidhamma Katan. Before I came down, then you are talking about the Dhamma, you know? You are talking about the Dhamma. That is called Abhidhamma Katan, Abhidhamma Katan. Something related to the Dhamma, right? So that is the Abhidhamma Katan. In other words, Abhidhamma, 7 Abhidhamma texts are a kind of commentary, not a Pali canon, not a Pali canon. But of course, nowadays, as a Theravada tradition, Theravada, we include Abhidhamma as a Pali canon. Actually, when we analyze 7 Abhidhamma texts in details, they are not Pali canon. They are further explanation of Pali canon. More exactly, 7 Abhidhamma texts are commentaries that explain about the Dhamma. That explain about the Dhamma. Normally, what the Buddha taught, suttas, Vinaya Pitaka, we call it Pali, right? Pali canon, Pali canon. Abhidhamma are kind of commentaries, Commentary define and further explain the Dhamma. So they are here. Dhamma is the original teaching. Abhi is further explanation. So therefore, it is a kind of commentary. So we can look at, we will look at some suttas that we can find in, that we can find the word Abhidhamma in some suttas. So it will be clearer. So we will know the original meaning of Abhidhamma. Because in traditional teacher will explain that Abhidhamma is higher teaching. No? I think many of you have heard of the word. Abhidhamma is higher teaching. Of course, the word Abhi can be translated as a higher. But when we look at the original meaning of the word Abhidhamma, it does not indicate higher. Actually, the monks in Myanmar, they always believe that Abhidhamma is higher than Sutta Pitaka. So therefore, they emphasize to learn Abhidhamma. In their curriculum, so Abhidhamma is one of the main subjects to learn. So we have to learn the original Abhidhamma text as well as the commentaries. So therefore, the reason is they have the view that Abhidhamma is higher than Sutta Pitaka. Sutta Pitaka and then Vinaya Pitaka. When we look at the original meaning of Abhidhamma in the Sutta Pitaka, it is not so. It's not so. Abhidhamma means further explanation of the Dhamma, not taught by the Buddha. So you can see here, Mahagosinga Sutta, Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta number 32. So in this Sutta, the Buddha was living in this forest, Mahagosinga, Sala tree forest. Nighttime, very pleasant, very quiet. Sala trees are blooming, pleasant to stay. So by that time, a group of great disciples like Venerable Mangala, Venerable Anuruddha, Ananda, Revata, and another group of 5 monks, they go and visit to Venerable Sariputta. to listen to the Dhamma. Then when they go there, Venerable Sariputta taught to them, ask the question, to all 5 monks, So this forest is very beautiful and quiet, pleasant, full of flowers, so pleasant to stay in. What kind of monk should stay in this forest? What type of monks should stay in this forest? So each monk, so they will answer different questions. They will give a different question, different answers. Venerable Ananda will emphasize the monk who is knowledgeable, who know teachings of the Buddha, who can teach teachings of the Buddha to lay people, should stay in this forest. Then Venerable Anuruddha, the one who can, who have a divine eye, divine eye, because he have a divine eye, The Venerable Revata, normally he left to stay in the forest. Normally, most of the time he stay in the forest. So he said that the one who left to stay in the forest should stay in this forest like that. The Venerable Mahakassapa. Venerable Mahakassapa is the one who left Tutenga in Pali, Tutenga. In Thailand they call it Tutong, no? Tutong, Tutong, right? In Thailand, Tutong. Difficult practices that aim at driving negative mental states, like practicing going for pinapada all the time, not accepting invitation food like that, staying under the trees, not staying under the roof like that. And he answered, he provide his own answer. The man who practice Tutenga or Tuto, he should stay in such forest. So the main point here is Venerable Mangala. Venerable Mangala give this answer. So when you are reading his answer, trying to read between the lines to know the meaning of the word Abhidhamma. So Venerable Mangala used the word Abhidhamma Katan. Venerable Mangala says, here, friend Sariputta, 2 bhikkhus engage in a talk pertaining to the Dhamma. Abhidhamma Katan. So here Katami, a talk. Dhamma me, Dhamma, the Dhamma. Abhidhamma pertaining to or connected to the Dhamma. So here 2 bhikkhus engage in a talk pertaining to the Dhamma. In the forest, they are talking about the Dhamma. And they question each other. One person question, the other person answer. Each being questioned by the other answers without foundering. Their talk roll on according with the Dhamma. That kind of bhikkhu or monk could eliminate this Gosenga Salatri wood. They should stay in such a beautiful wood or forest. So when you look at the flow of the paragraph, it's quite clear that the word Abhidhamma me, it talk pertaining to the Dhamma, or a talk connected with the Dhamma. Connected with the Dhamma. So that is a that we can find in Mahakosinga Sutta. Mahakosinga Sutta. But Majjhima Nikaya is translated into English by Venerable Bhikkhu Nyanamoli, edited by Bhikkhu Bodhi. Edited by Bhikkhu Bodhi. So in their original translation, they use Abhidhamma as a higher Dhamma. Higher Dhamma, because they are influenced by traditional interpretation. Traditional interpretation. So when you go and read Majjhima Nikaya, you will find the higher Dhamma, higher teaching. But when Bhikkhu Bodhi translate Anguttara Nikaya, he began to realize translation of higher Dhamma or higher teaching is not correct. He changed to this one. The talk pertaining to the Dhamma. So here, in Anguttara Nikaya, we will have, I will quote this sutta, maybe quickly, a little bit quickly. Hatti Sariputta Sutta. So this is a from Anguttara Nikaya, English translation done by Bhikkhu Bodhi. So in his translation, he changed, a talk pertaining to the Dhamma. In earlier translation, when he added Majjhima Nikaya English translation, he followed Bhikkhu Nyanamoli translation. That's a different. Thus have I heard, on one occasion, the Blessed One was dwelling at Varanasi in the Deer Park at Isipatana. Now, on that occasion, after their meal, on returning from their alms round, a number of Ira bhikkhus assembled were sitting together in the pavilion hall, engaged in a discussion pertaining to the Dhamma. So you can imagine that after their meal, they come back from Pinapada, right? They take a meal. Then after that, they are sitting in the pavilion hall, engaging. They're talking about the Dhamma, no? Not a Abhidhamma Pitaka, not a Abhidhamma text about the Dhamma, right? It can be anything. It can be anything. While they were engaged in their discussion, the Venerable Chaita, Hatti Sariputta, repeatedly interrupted their talk. You can imagine that the Ida monks are talking about the Dhamma, and Venerable Chaita, trying to interrupt when they are talking about Dhamma. So the discussion flow, not rolling, interrupted. If we carefully scrutinize the flow of sentences in the suttas, the word Abhidhamma, a talk related to the Dhamma, a talk connected to the Dhamma, or it's about the Dhamma. Ida bhikkhus are talking about the Dhamma, right? Talking about the Dhamma. Then halfway, Venerable Chaita interrupt. The flow of discussion stop. They are talking about the Dhamma. Not a Abhidhamma text, right? Not a Abhidhamma text. So therefore, later also, I will use some quotation to explain this assertion, because it's very important. Some people may believe that Abhidhamma is teachings of the Buddha, right? Some people may not believe that Abhidhamma is not teachings of the Buddha. Two extremes. So to understand that, I will here I quote two suttas. Later I will give you some more. So today I think time is up. So we will continue next week. So normally what we do is after the class we recite 3 verses which are paying homage to the triple gene. No? Paying homage to the please stand up.